Next up, Russ and I are going to give our recommendations of the week.
Let us know in the comments what your recommendations are. I'm always in search for movies to watch. I know Matt is too. Make sure you're subscribed to us. We're building a community here, folks, and we need you to be a part of it. And while you're at it, like the video.
Time for our recommendations of the week. It's been a long time since I had the opportunity to recommend anything to you or to the people. I'm glad to be back. Glad to be here to share my pick. Our recommendations were clearly lighting the internet on fire, but so we just had to calm down for a while, but now we're back. Now, should I go first or would you like to go first?
I want to hear your pick, man.
Well, normally I would have it in my hand and I would say, I'm recommending a release that I own and here it is, and this is why I also like the release. Today, I don't have what I'm recommending for a specific reason.
Why?
My pick of the week is The Menu, and it's a movie that I recently watched and I thoroughly enjoyed, and I'm going to discuss why in a second. And it actually just got a physical media release, but why it really put me off was that it wasn't released in 4K. It's just right to Blu-ray.
That's the dumbest fucking thing you've said all night.
Back in my mind, as you always know, I'm thinking I'm going to get screwed later on when they put the 4K out, so I'm not going to buy this damn Blu-ray. I don't know if the studio themselves will or won't. Some other company might pick it up and do a little something special for it in 4K. I don't know, but I'm holding off for now.
Wow.
The Menu is actually a pretty recent film. It came out in 2022. It stars Ralph Fiennes, and I really did enjoy it a lot. They don't give too much away in the trailer, and I understand why, so I'm going to try to explain at least enough without giving anything away also. But it's basically about a bunch of people, 12 I think total, and they're super rich, and they travel to like this exclusive restaurant, which is run and owned by this celebrity chef, and the celebrity chef is played by Ralph Fiennes.
Yes, it is.
It costs like $2,500 per person to go there for a 4-hour dinner service. You have to take a boat to get there. It's on an island, so you're like there until you're done, and a boat comes back and gets you. It's like the most hoity-toity thing like you could possibly do, and they really like nail that down with like the people that are arriving. All the breadth of assholes that you would not like.
Are you fucking serious?
So basically, the dinner service itself isn't what anyone imagines. It's like it just goes off the rails, and that's kind of where I'll kind of stop as far as explaining too much else. Slowly over the course of the movie, you kind of see the motives of Ralph Fiennes, you kind of see the motives of the other characters are there, plus how they're all connected, which they are all connected in some, way here or there. So it's kind of interesting how the reveals come. Each table, it's kind of like its own subset of people that they are really happy to roast, whether it be snobs, whether it be food critics, whether it be people who are obsessed with celebrities, whether it be crypto bros, whether it be, like you just name it, like each table represents someone like that, and the movie is intent on like just letting you know like we hate them too. And Ralph Fiennes like does a really great job taking these people to task in the way that he does throughout this movie. The movie is very dark, but at the same time it's a comedy, and they never let you forget that. Like even when something completely crazy happens, like there's a joke like right after, like that, like you're like shocked and then you're laughing again. So like they kind of like keep that tone throughout. You're just like feeling like uneasy about what's going to happen, but at the same time they're letting you laugh to tell you like it's okay, this movie's fun.
Pretty unoriginal.
You sold me on it. I didn't get any of this vibe from the trailer I saw.
I was kind of surprised by it too. I think the pace of it is really great, like the reveals, and as things continue to move along, you're just like, okay, what's going to happen next? And okay, now that happened, what the hell's going to happen next? Like early on, I would say within the first 20 minutes, it's basically revealed like what's going on. And even though you kind of know what's going on, there's still surprises that come. So it's like, it's always never like dull. I felt like it was never dull. So you really are along for this ride, which I think is very compelling. Nicholas Hoult is in it, and he's very funny in it.
I was just fully enjoying the ride. I was like, what is this?
Anya Taylor-Joy's in it. Again, somebody that's like in everything. Originally, it was supposed to be Emma Stone.
Baby, how was I supposed to know?
Which I could actually see Emma Stone being in the same role, but Anya Taylor-Joy is awesome.
Well, thank you.
John Leguizamo's in it.
Hey, remember me?
And then Ralph Fiennes also, who is just, he really owns this role as like this eccentric celebrity chef guy who is there, like serving the dinner. Where's the 4K? If that had come out, I would have bought it immediately. I feel like it's really worth a rewatch. Tons of fun. Russ, maybe you'll check it out.
No, I definitely will after hearing you describe it that way.
Okay.
Like, I didn't gather any of that from the trailer I saw. Now I'm intrigued to watch it.
You'll probably watch it and hate it. What's your recommendation of the week?
I'm going to throw you a curveball. I'm going with 1987's Hollywood Shuffle.
Now that was a good movie. I love this movie. It was genius.
Robert Townsend's masterpiece. And I'm showcasing it because Criterion is putting this out in March. And just like you said about the menu, not in 4K.
This is bullshit.
And again, it's like, damn it, I want to support this so hard because the movie is incredible. It deserves it, all that. But I don't want to double dip in the future.
What'd you say, honky sucker, pig head, jive turkey fool?
It's a satire send-up of racial stereotypes in the film industry about what black actors and performers are given to work with, which is, especially in the 80s, drug dealer, pimp. And what's brilliant about it is it's set up as Robert Townsend is a struggling actor. This film is a series of sketches strung together by this loose narrative of a struggling actor trying to get parts. I wasn't expecting to laugh as hard. I almost expected it to be quaint in a way, just because we're so far removed from 1987. But the satire is sadly relevant to this day. It's sharp, and it's also not mean-spirited. It's just literally presenting you this stuff and kind of looking at you like, you see this, right?
You see this as fucked up, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not like trying to beat you over the head with shit.
Or make you feel bad or like...
Yeah, it's just being like, come on,
Yeah.
you know this is true. I also look at it as the springboard for In Living Color, because Keenan Ivory Wayans is a co-writer on this film and a co-star. And like I said, that sketch formula of the film, it's impossible not to do comparisons to In Living Color, which would come, I believe, 2 years later.
Which I love.
And I love. And I feel like way more people are aware of In Living Color than they are Hollywood Shuffle. Hence my recommendation.
Yeah, I've seen it 3 times.
If you are a fan of In Living Color, if you are a fan of sketch comedy, if you are a fan of sharp social satire, check this out. You will not be disappointed. I immediately wanted to rewatch it after watching it for the first time. Like, it was just so fun. It's colorful. Again, it makes you think. If you have not seen it, blind buy it from Criterion if you don't mind it not being in 4K. But do anything you can to support it. Go check it out. If you're like me, you're going to kick yourself for not seeing it your whole life.
You had me at Keenan.
Yeah, how'd you guess?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Keenan Ivory Wayans. I just look at Keenan Ivory Wayans and laugh.
You ever watch somebody roll a joint? You really don't want none. First of all, it looks like they're pouring some dirt in the toilet paper. Then they lick it with the big ass lips. Then hand it to you. No thank you. Just spit on me.
How long have we been discussing I'm Gonna Get You Sucker and Living Color, all that? Like, we're huge fans. And I didn't know. I always thought I knew what this movie was, but I always assumed it was written and directed by Robert Townsend alone. I didn't know it had the Wayans in it. I didn't know it had John Witherspoon. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
And so going into it cold and experiencing it, I was just like, holy shit, this is immediately familiar to me because I've been watching these people all my life. I was simultaneously moved and laughing.
You had me at Meteor Man. If I sold you on the menu, you have talked to me about this before, and you definitely sold me too. I just haven't gotten it yet. When did you say it comes out?
In March.
In March, yeah. I'm gonna get this for sure. Thanks for the recommendation.
You're welcome, man.
I'm ready for it. I'm always interested in seeing, like you said, if this was something we would have liked then, I know I will like it now. I just know I will.
Well, join us next week when we will be reviewing like 5 new movies. That's if we can sneak in the movie theaters and check them out. Yeah. So see y'all next week. See you next week.